Coming up on Campus Connection.
Scared of needles? Want to save a life?
Texting instead of calling 911?
Long Beach State hosts JPR Day for all journalism students.
All of this and more coming up. Hello and welcome to Campus Connection. I'm Susan Lorenzana.
And I'm Katie Brown-Greaves.
All journalism classes were canceled last Thursday as Long Beach State hosted JPR Day in the Student Union Ballroom. The event took place from 8:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Students were given the opportunity to hear from a panel of established journalists and public relations specialists. The guest speakers shared their experience in the industry and gave great advice to a crowd of aspiring journalists. Students had the chance to ask questions and hear responses from each of the panel members. The CLA Internship Program hosted a networking and mentoring fair that included professionals from media companies such as ESPN and the Los Angeles Times. JPR Day was a great opportunity for journalism and PR students to start building towards their future careers.
Long Beach State transfer students were invited to come together and cheer on the Long Beach State Dirtbags at an exciting home game against Cal State Northridge. The Beach Transfer Transition Center hosted the free event, giving students an opportunity to hang out. Free food and drinks were offered as students played games such as bingo, which required getting to know one another. The event gave transfer students a chance to socialize and experience a sports game with other transfer students. This is expected to be the first of many since the Beach Transfer and Transition Center is working towards giving transfer students more opportunities to get involved.
You are now able to text 911 for an emergency. Daisy Sanchez has the latest information.
There are several ways to reach emergency officials on campus. Some methods include using the blue beacons, an emergency call box, and now a new method that has just been added to this list is texting.
So the big push for this was really to support the hearing and speech impaired community. Up until this, they really didn't have a good way to access 911 directly.
But I have been involved in the deaf community, and I would believe that it is pretty beneficial for them, like their own way of communicating rather than using a phone since they can't hear. I think that instead of having to go through the struggle of finding a TTY, they would be able to do it from their smartphone, and it'll just be beneficial for them in the long run.
Some things to keep in mind about the developing system.
It does not understand other languages. It's English only. It does not support letters with accents on them. The other thing the system also does not do is it doesn't support emojis.
Yeah, I think it would totally be more effective if you can just text someone instead of having to call and talk on the phone and verbally explain your emergency. If you can just text it, be a lot more discreet in case you're in a situation where you don't want to make any noise.
The University Police Department still recommends calling in first. That way, the dispatch center knows how urgent the emergency is.
Reporting for Campus Connection, I'm Daisy Sanchez.
As the semester comes to a close and we gear up for finals, ASI made sure to host a variety of events. Aubrey Corey says it allows students to get creative.
Thanks, guys. This past week, the USU was boasting with opportunities for the artist within. Conscious Collection brought friends and family members together to support students and their artwork. ASI hosted the event and students had to submit their art to Beach Sync to be a part of this collection. We saw a variety of talent ranging from acrylic murals, oil paintings, and film photography. All art was created by and for cultural, LGBTQ, and veteran affairs, along with pregnant parenting students and women and gender equity. The event lasted 2 hours with free food and beverages. Students were recognized for their contributions towards the end of the event. To find out more or be a part of the next Conscious Collection, head on over to ASI's event calendar located online. On Thursday, April 18th, Beach Pride held their last Poets Lounge of the semester inside the USU, and it was nothing short of amazing. Students, campus community members gathered for a chance to share poetry and music. An open mic night happening every third Thursday of the month. Everyone was reminded that when they saw someone struggling to rub their hands together, or when you were feeling something to snap your fingers. Mood lighting and supportive energy filled the room and set the tone for the entire night. Infamous community rapper Paradise Lane had everyone nodding and singing. Other students shared heartfelt poems about sexuality, family ties, losing best friends, and saying goodbye to roommates that will be graduating this spring. Mila Kuda from Get Lit Words Ignite, a program that inspires and supports poetry, gave a compelling performance. And that's all for entertainment news this week. Back to you.
Thank you, Aubrey. When we come back, students showcase their product or service that can become a popular new business in the Innovation Challenge.
Live Your Life Day brings resources to students on campus as we're approaching our final weeks of the semester.
Get the inside scoop and more information about the Shark Lab with Dr. Chris Lowe. All this and more coming up.
Hi, I'm Peter. There's nothing I love more than sharing vegetables with my friends. Come on in! Help yourself to anything. That's why we give our food the utmost respect it deserves. Did you know there are simple steps we can all take to help save food? You can cook it, store it, even share it. Just don't waste it. Because when it comes to food, better ate than never. To learn more, visit SaveTheFood.com.
Planning the right amount of food is hard. The Guestimator makes it easy. Just tell it who's coming and what's for dinner. Then it tells you how much to make. And yes, it even plans for leftovers. Try it at SaveTheFood.com.
Eva Marie smoked 12,000 packs of cigarettes over 15 years. She quit, and now there's a new lung cancer screening that could save her life. You stopped smoking. Now start screening. No matter how much you smoked, early detection could save you. Talk to your doctor or learn more at savedbythescan.org.
No doubt you're going places, young lady.
Thank you. And thank you for the interview as well. I can imagine it was the last thing that you wanted to do after such a long campaign meeting.
You really are a very intelligent young woman. You're very smooth.
You're very smooth yourself.
You have no idea.
Hello and welcome back to Campus Connection. I'm Katie Brown-Greaves.
And I'm Susan Lorenzana.
CSULB has given students the opportunity to showcase their product or service that they think become a popular new business. Reporter Ty Spence has attended the event at the Walters Pyramid and has more about this year's winning pitch.
2019 Innovation Challenge marks the 9th year here at CSULB, giving students the opportunity to showcase their dream idea. Teams work for months to present their perfect pitch in front of a panel of judges.
A lot of teams start the process, and then not a lot actually complete it. So, I mean, it does take a lot of effort and a lot of commitment. So you have to really believe in the project that you're undertaking.
4 finalists face off at the Point Conference Center for the winning prize, $50,000 to help start their business plan.
Through these doors, 4 teams compete at California State Long Beach and a chance to win their innovation pitch, having their dream idea come to life.
Tonight's winner is Sips Coffee.
Sips Cold Brew plans to deliver locally produced cold brew coffee to college students at a competitive price, even offering to bring the coffee straight to their dorm rooms.
All the support, all the resources through the Innovation Challenge has been amazing. The mentors, the incubator, everyone's been so helpful. We're just privileged to win. There's a lot of good teams.
So the Battery Effect, Insta Vegan, and Beach Biotech were great runner-ups. Sips Cold Brew took the win.
Also seem to put together their costs, and then also the fact that I think with the amount of money that we're giving, they would utilize that money and go the next step.
Sips Cold Brew plans to launch this fall on campus. Interested in competing? Email innovate@csulb.edu for more information.
Mental wellness is one of the students' top priorities as they enter finals week. Live Your Life Day shares resources for students. I was able to catch up with some of those students.
Live Your Life Day, the 9th annual event put on by Project Ocean, the on-campus emergency assistance network, educates students about suicide prevention and promotes mental wellness. Dozens of organizations from on and off campus came to help reduce the stigma associated with mental illness.
You know, we have to take care of ourselves to be well, body and mind. And then when things go a little too far, there are lots and lots of resources, both on campus and off campus.
Students are encouraged to talk to the different booths of resources. They get a sticker for each booth they talk to, and once they get a certain amount of stickers, they can claim their free prizes like pizza or even a picture from the photo booth. One of the organizations, Bark, provides a furry friend for students.
Dogs have a magical gift for calming people and making them feel, really well.
Not only does Live Your Life Day have all the resources for your good mental health, they offer relaxing activities to let your mind free of final stress.
From making balloon animals to blowing bubbles, the day is yours to live.
I'm currently painting a butterfly, so it's a great way to de-stress, especially during, emerging finals week.
Live Your Life Day helps spread positive messages. There are always resources for you to get help. Call Project Ocean at 562-985-4001 for more info.
And now we have Rachel Hanna and Dr. Chris Lowe, Professor in Marine Biology and Director of the Shark Lab here at Long Beach State.
Today we have Dr. Lowe joining us in the studio to tell us about the Shark Lab here on campus, what it's all about, and a little about his job as a marine biologist. Welcome, Dr. Lowe, and thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
So what should students see as they walk into the Shark Lab?
Well, a lot of students don't even know the Shark Lab exists. So when they get on campus and they actually get to come in, they get to see live sharks. They get to see all the technology that we use to study them.
Awesome. So I know there's tanks inside and outside. What is the difference with that?
So the outside tanks are where our big tanks are, and that's where we have our leopard sharks, our gray smoothhounds, our horn sharks, and our swell sharks. And inside the lab is where most of our technology is, and we try to keep that away from salt water. So students get to learn about the technology that we use inside, and then outside they get to see live animals, which is really cool.
Cool. So with the mission of the Shark Lab being to study the physiological and behavioral ecology of marine animals, what studies have you and your students performed in the Shark Lab?
So our ultimate interest is behavior. Why do sharks do what they do, and why do they go where they go? So to help answer some of those questions, we use physiology, because physiology dictates behavior. So for example, if we know how many calories a shark is burning, then we can calculate how much time it might spend here based on how much food is available. And as temperatures increase, which global climate change is affecting, that's going to change many animals' appetites. They're going to want to eat more. So the question is, will they stay here? Will there be enough food? Or will they have to move somewhere else? So the other tools we use are spy technology. We put transmitters on sharks that we can use to follow them around and see where they go and look at the water temperatures they move through.
Very cool. How many students on campus are in this major?
So in our marine biology degree, we have about 120 students, and they come from all over the country, all over the world. And many of those students basically are getting a broad degree in marine biology, and we have over 1,000 alumni. We have the oldest and largest marine biology program on the West Coast.
Wow. So with those students on campus in this major, what effects do they have on the activity of the sharks in the lab?
So a lot of students come to the Shark Lab for practical experience, and that's something that we can offer them. So which is most important in sciences, right? So you can have you get to be a really good student, get really good grades, but if you don't know how to do things, that's going to limit your ability to get a job. So one of the things we focus on in the Shark Lab is making sure students get hands-on experience. It's training them how to work with animals safely for them and the animal. It's teaching them about the technology that we use that will revolutionize how we study these animals. And then, of course, we get lots of data that way. So many of our biology students are having to become computer scientists to manage those data. So there are very few places where students can get that kind of hands-on experience.
Awesome. So what would you say is the most interesting thing about your job?
I love my job. I get to teach, which I love to do. I get to go in the field and work with the animals that I'm really interested in. I love technology, and I get to work with our engineering computer science department here to develop new tools. So I couldn't think of a better job to have.
Awesome. Well, that's all we have for today. Thank you, Dr. Lowe, for joining us. Back to Susan and Katie.
Thanks, Rachel, for that deep sea interview. Long Beach State's own Dig magazine is launching a Spanish version called Dig en Español. It is headed by Professor Teresa Puente, a lecturer at Long Beach State and a journalist with over 25 years of experience. The magazine will be launched on Cinco de Mayo, May 5th, in the theme of the Latino community and all Spanish. Long Beach State's Latino population makes up 40.2% of the entire undergraduate student demographic, according to the collegefact.com. This version focuses on the Latino community at Long Beach State and features various art and lifestyle content within. Dig is an award-winning magazine, so Dig en Español can take inspiration from their work and make the Latino community proud. From food to entertainment in Dig en Español will keep these themes going but centered around the Latinos and Latinas on campus. Make sure to pick up a copy on Cinco de Mayo.
Gas prices are on the rise and reaching over $4 a gallon. Long Beach State students attribute this to problems with crude oil manufacturing. However, oil companies are performing maintenance on their own oil plants in preparation for the coming year and have led to the price increases. Experts say that prices won't get better for a while, so if you need to get around, don't be afraid to try biking or other forms of transportation.
And as summer quickly approaches, Long Beach State athletics have been heating up.
We'll send it over to Aubrey Bolster for the latest in sports. Aubrey?
Thanks, Katie. It's been a busy couple of weeks for Long Beach State athletics. Starting off with men's volleyball, the Beach took on #1 ranked Hawaii in the Walter Pyramid last week. Both games were nail-biters up till the very end, but the Beach bagged both wins 3-2. Outside hitter TJ DeFalco dominated Saturday's match with 2 aces, 8 blocks, and 21 kills. The Beach captured the Big West regular season title with their wins and are moving on to the NCAA Championship Tournament next week, which will be played right here in Long Beach. And moving on to baseball, it is no secret that the Long Beach State Dirtbags have had a rough season. The team sits on a .729 record and are currently 2-6 in Big West play. But the Dirtbags were able to bag 2 home game wins against CSU Northridge this month. The Dirtbags offense came alive on Sunday's game, ending with a 7-4 win. The team is now ready for a 3-game series against UC Davis coming up this week. And that's all I have for sports today. I'll send it back to you, Susan and Katie.
Thanks, Aubrey. And that is it for today. Thank you for watching Campus Connection. I'm Katie Brown-Greaves.
And I'm Susan Lorenzana. See you next time.